Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Word Origins 12. The word origin today is Catch-22. Okay, let's take a look at the note here. A Catch-22 is a problem or situation in which the result or the solution one wants to get is especially difficult because of contradictory rules or conditions, etc., that make almost getting what you want impossible. So let's continue. The origin of the term comes from a 1961 novel by Joseph Heller titled Catch-22. So basically he kind of came up with the idea. In this story, a fighter pilot tries to get out of the Army by claiming insanity. He claimed that any pilot who willingly continues to fly missions is insane, knowing that by flying the missions he's risking his life, so therefore he must be crazy, therefore I can get out of the Army by claiming insanity. However, his request was rejected on the grounds, for this reason, on the grounds that if a pilot requests his own request to stop flying, it proves he is sane, because he shows a concern for his own safety. Therefore, it is a Catch-22. So he's trying to say that any pilot that does this is crazy, but if you ask to get out of it for that reason, then it shows, well, then you must be one of the ones who's sane, so therefore you have to stay in the Army and risk your life. So it's a Catch-22. Basically, he loses both ways. So that's what we say here. So a Catch-22 sets up a no-win situation. You lose both ways. I think that's the idea of Catch-22. You get caught both ways. So it's a Catch-22. No matter what you do, you lose. You get caught both ways. So it's a Catch-22. All right. Let's give one example here. That recent college graduate student found himself in a Catch-22 situation. Most companies in his field require work experience as compulsory, like mandatory. You must have this. We won't hire you if you have no experience. To being qualified for the job. Therefore, he could not get work experience unless someone hired him. But no company will hire him unless he already has experience. So it's a Catch-22. He loses both ways. They won't hire him unless he has experience, but he can't get experience because none will hire him for the reason of not having experience. So that is also referred to as a Catch-22. That's a perfect situation we call as a Catch-22. And if you remember, I did a video a long time ago with Edward G. Griffin, and he claims that there are actually a lot of alternative medicines out there that work, or a lot of treatments that do work, but that the AMA, the American Medical Association, they always require that official studies be done, usually by like big pharma companies, to prove the efficacy, meaning to prove that they really work, the effectiveness of these drugs or treatments. However, big companies like big pharma companies and stuff, if it's natural, they can't get a patent on it. So they can't make a profit on it. So if they can't make a profit on it, they don't even want to test it. And worse is if they did test it and they found out it's true, it may compete with one of their drugs that they're trying to sell. So they would never do it. Therefore, he also referred to that as a Catch-22. So we can't get any really good, natural, cheap cures, to be used in the hospitals because the American Medical Association requires that they're proven by big pharma, to be effective and correct, but they won't dare test it because they would lose both ways. So therefore, that is a Catch-22 as well. Anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.